All right, here we go. So we've got two bits of code here that are pretty similar. The only difference is what we put in the children prop here. And so we want to abstract this because that's what we do. We're programmers. We like to abstract things. And so what we're going to do is make a function just like we do in regular JavaScript. So I'm going to make a function right here, just like Cody the Koala Bear wants me to. We'll say message. And here I'm going to take an object. So we'll call that props. And then we're going to return the exact same thing here. So we'll just say return that. And let's go ahead and replace this. This is just very normal type of abstraction, pulling things into functions that you do on day to day. And we'll just call that function here. And now we actually have the exact same result that we had before, but we want to make use of this in both of these places. So we need to parameterize this. So we'll take this props object, and instead of hello world right here, we're going to say props.children. And then right here, we'll say children is hello world. And we'll save that, and everything like final result is the same. And the reason again that this works is because we've got this open and closing curly brace. This is an interpolation of an expression, and the thing that's returned and inserted into that slot of the children argument in the create element API. What's inserted is React elements, which React can render, and so that's why that works out so nicely. So let's go ahead and we'll do the same thing, and this one we'll say goodbye world. We'll get rid of that one, and boom, we've got hello world, we've got goodbye world, both of these coming from this message function, which is awesome. And you know what, I'm actually, instead of just having props here, I'm going to say children. We'll just destructure that in place, and then we can say children right there. Perfect. And we'll clean this up a little bit, get rid of some of this stuff here, and we'll save that, and boom, we're looking awesome. In review here, all that we did was we had some code right here that was just some React elements that we were creating in the children's place of this React element. And we took that React element creation and put it into a function that we could call to create React elements. And then we interpolated that function there. And you know what? If we wanted to, we could just cut this out, say our hello element, and say hello element equals that without the minus there. That's important. You don't want to have that. And then we'd have a goodbye element right here and say goodbye world. And we'll just interpolate that element right there. And that is exactly the same thing. So if you're kind of thrown off by calling this function and creating this object, all of that stuff inside of our JSX, that's exactly the same thing. These two things are exactly the same as what we had before. So however you want to end up doing that, as just a reminder, this is actually not how we create custom components. We'll get there here soon, but it's important for you to recognize that to create a function that returns React elements, you simply do exactly what I just said. You create a function, and it can accept any arguments, whatever. It doesn't really matter because we're the ones calling it, and return those React elements. Then we take those React elements and interpolate them right in the children's place of this React element, and everything renders to the page just perfectly.